Toronto Blue Jays franchise here in MLB The Show 19. The Toronto Blue Jays finished the season at 115-47 and will be taking on the winner of this game right here, the New York Yankees versus the Boston Red Sox. And the Boston Red Sox will be the ones to come out victorious in that game, meaning that we will have a rematch of the wild card game last year. The Red Sox beat the Blue Jays in that wild card game to advance on to the division series. A year later, the Blue Jays have rebuilt their team, won the division, and will now be playing the Sox again, this time in the division series. Our pitching rotation will be as followed: Luis Severino, Sean Manaea, Blake Snell, Danny Salazar, and Aldo Reyes. And Severino will take on Eduardo Rodriguez in Game 1 in Toronto. Red Sox, Blue Jays. Let's do it. I'm not going to do that, actually. We're going to go with those. An MLB Network game. You see our lineup here. The Jays having an incredible season, including a 31-game win streak. You see the playoff bracket. The Cincinnati Reds were able to win the wild card game, but are now on the verge of getting swept by the Dodgers, and the Phillies are about to sweep that really crappy team that they're playing in the other division series.
And now here's
Alex Cora, you see there.
Mark, what's your take on
manager of the Sox here, looking to do in this series what he did to the Blue Jays last year. Except this time, one game will not be the deciding factor. You have to win 3 to move on, and the Blue Jays are prepared to do just that. 115 wins, and they're not done there. They want that trophy. And this team went from having a spectacular run a few years back, losing in the ALCS in 2016, losing in the ALCS in 2015 to both the Royals and the Indians. And now, look, to finally reach that penultimate goal of not only winning the ALCS and going to the World Series, but winning the World Series itself and bringing home the trophy up to the north of the border. With one out, there's runners on the corners for the Red Sox. It could be in business as Mookie Betts steps into the bat. Luis Severino had a spectacular season for the Jays, including a Cy Young award that he received earlier on. We traded for him in the month of July, trading a bunch of prospects and Matt Shoemaker, I believe, to pick him up. And that acquisition paid off with him winning the Cy Young, but a bad start here, and Houston Smoke has a history of absolutely raking against the Blue Jays. And Luis Severino not getting it done here in the first inning. Another run will score for the Red Sox. Jackie Bradley Jr. down the first base line. They will get one. And Encarnacion wasn't quite able to make up his mind quick on what to do. It's 3-0 Red Sox. And Rafael Devers now in the batter's box.
3 runs already home here.
1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Severino gets out of the inning. A rough one, but he does get out of it. Landon Baldwin's lineup here. We'll have to try and take down Eduardo Rodriguez for the Red Sox. He's the one on the mound. Had a pretty good season in his own right. Paul DeJong leading off this one for the Jays after injury for Whit Merrifield. late in the season.
Got a piece. It's
And a
2-2.
foul tip. It'll
From a
be
hitter's
caught.
perspective, you get
2-2.
pounded in, and then he throws a nasty changeup away.
Jean
Is the
awaits
mindset
the
to
pitch
tell
from
yourself
Rodriguez,
he's going to go in and out
he
all
hits it
day
well to
long,
center
or is he
field,
gonna
but Jackie
double up?
Bradley
That's
Jr.
the cat and
patrolling
mouse we're
center.
seeing right now.
He doesn't
Bradley
let anything fall.
patrolling center makes the play, 1 out.
Third baseman.
Josh
Third
Donaldson
baseman,
now.
Josh
He was
Donaldson.
the runner-up
Numbers
for
against
MVP.
Eduardo Rodriguez.
Had
He
a
has 9
spectacular
base hits
42
in
home
4
run
tries.
season.
2 of those hits were for
And
home
he will kick off his playoffs with a bang as well. A 1-out double past the diving Andrew Benintendi. And now that brings up the man who actually took home the MVP. Man named Mike Trout. 46 home runs, 126 RBIs. Mike Trout had one of, if not the best season of his career, and he's not very experienced in the playoffs.
Throwing to second.
He will pick up an RBI double here in the first. It's a 3-1 game. He never really had much luck with the Angels. They were never really a championship contender during his tenure there. The Jays picked him up and centered this team around him, and he has been a major part of this 115-win season. He's been a huge reason that the Blue Jays team is here in this division series right now, and they are looking to help Mike Trout cement his legacy as the greatest player of all time, which I really think that he might not be there completely already, but by the end of his career, I think he will be, and a few rings will definitely help that out. 2 outs, Trout on third, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He got injured during spring training and missed the first 2 months of the season. He did come back very strong though, and yeah, another major part of this season for the Blue Jays. In fact, hit a walk-off home run in the last episode where we finish off the season.
Stepping into the box, Blake Swihart.
Blake Swihart now in the box for the Red Sox after the Jays got one back for Severino, who's really going to have to not do what he did in the first inning if he wants to stay in this one and be in line for a win. Juan Soto there is one away.
But you've got to be ready for the heater.
Soto was picked up in year 1 when the Jays traded Bo Bichette and company to the Washington Nationals for him, and questionable decision when it was made. Some thought, I cannot speak right now, but I knew when I made that decision that it was going to pay off. Soto has been a very, very strong player. I'm happy with what he has done for us. Bo Bichette for sure is going to be phenomenal, but I'm just hoping Soto will be a bit more phenomenal.
Seems to me like they're pitching him a
We didn't really have space for Bichette, and I didn't want to wait for the time for him to develop when Soto was already killing it for the Nationals, and I figured why not get him to kill it for the Jays. Soto picked up. He's been on this team for almost 2 seasons now, and he definitely fits the build of this club. See the catcher JT Realmuto. He was one of the first people that we picked up when we started this franchise. Him, Steve Pearce, and Josh Donaldson, the people who I decided to trade for before the first season started. And since then, it has just continued to spiral into a insanely strong team. Steve Pearce eventually got traded to the Astros for Tony Kemp
into the box now
and some others,
as he'll get his first opportunity in
and
this
that
one.
trade was really just to clear cap because we signed Paul Goldschmidt in the offseason, who was eventually traded for Mike Trout, the big part of that deal. Now Miguel Andujar steps into the box. We acquired him at the trade deadline in a deal that we gave up a lot for. And I think that was actually the deal where we gave up Chance Adams, who we actually got from the Yankees I believe in the deal where we got Severino. I think we got Severino and Chance Adams for some people, and then we traded Chance Adams right back to the Yankees to get Miguel Andujar, who was initially going to be a bench player, and I was going to leave Encarnacion in the lineup, but I changed my mind. And yeah, Miguel Andujar now our starting first baseman for this playoff run. Randall Grichuk been on this team since the beginning. Just a strong guy to have out there in the outfield. I was looking to see if I could get him to be a bench player, though, for this playoff run. No outfielders really were within reach for what we have in the system, though, and what was realistic to give up for maybe a one-year rental like Mitch Haniger. So now with one away in the inning, as Grichuk goes down on strikes, that brings JT Realmuto into the box. Did not play much during the season due to quite a few injuries and a crazy play. Lucy Best just ran about 2 football fields to get over to that one. And Scooter Gennett steps in. He was somebody who we tried to sign in free agency. Ended up deciding to sign with the Mariners, so we went to the Mariners and traded for him. I knew that Scooter Gennett, I wanted him to be a part of this team. He fit what this team was, and he is now a part of this team. He went down with an injury for a while as well, though. This team was plagued with injuries for the majority of the season. And JD Martinez will get a leadoff double for the Sox here in the third.
Hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Now we need to start doing something because we will be in a lot of trouble if we do not, if we blow this 115-win series. I guarantee the owner of the team will not be happy. 115-win season blown in the first round to the team that beat us in the wild card game a year prior, where we barely even won. I don't even know if we won 90 games.
3 balls and a strike now to Smoke.
3-1 count. Justin Smoke kills against us. And a hot shot. Andujar actually caught that one on the fly. There's 2 away now for Jackie Bradley Jr. Severino gave up that leadoff double, looking to make sure that it doesn't amount to anything, and the fastball sails away. 2-2. Fly ball to right field. Grichuk will camp under that one. So Severino, after the rough first inning, has no allowed to run through 2. But our offense hasn't come through. We got that 1 run driven home by Trout in the first. And hot shot right back at from Paul DeJong, hitting Eduardo Rodriguez, and that'll be an infield base hit. Now Donaldson, who doubled in his first at-bat, will look to see if he can come through for the Jays again. And he hits it well towards left center field. JBJ there. JB&J? TB&J or JB&J? I don't know.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout.
Mike Trout now steps in. He got an RBI earlier in the game with a single.
1-1.
And another one hit towards the same place, right center field. Sorry, it was a double he got in the first inning. And this inning, it will be an RBI double again. 2 at-bats and 2 RBI doubles for Mike Trout. Again, he is the reason that we are here. He comes through whenever he gets the opportunity. I mean, that was a given one for season. That's pretty good. Soto will fly out. There's 2 away. We need a base hit to tie it up. But we are slowly chipping away at this Red Sox lead. 3-1 count on Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
The 3-1 pitch from Rodriguez fouled off, and the count is full.
Trout at second with 2 down.
Big at-bat from Guerrero. 3-2 pitch, 2 away. The Trout was on the run. And he is actually able to avoid the tag. Wow, let's take a closer look at this one. The throw beat Mike Trout to the bag, but the tag was not, he was able to avoid it. As you can see, the throw is there way before Trout is. And he went for the tag, and Mike Trout kind of just, I don't know, maybe he was just in a bad position when he caught it. Probably should have went for the tag between his legs to put his hands against the base, but he didn't put his glove against the base. He went for a swipe on Trout, and he got Trout in like the hip, but Trout was already at the base by that time. 3-1 count on Miguel Andujar now with 2 outs and runners on the corners. That would have been ball 4. Andujar fouls it off. Rodriguez now will be his 24th pitch of the inning, and it is ball 4. A rough inning for Eduardo Rodriguez. 2-2 count on Randall Grichuk with the bases loaded. One of the biggest at-bats so far.
The 2-2.
And it is a foul ball. Less than a foot away from driving home at least 2.
The 2-2 pitch.
And instead, that'll be a pop-up and the inning is over. Grichuk just misses a huge hit.
Now here at Rogers Center, and here's Heidi.
Man.
Well, Matt, I talked with manager Alex Cora during the break about his thoughts on the Red Sox hitters to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
Thank you, Heidi.
Are they trying to underestimate our bullpen? We have a very good bullpen.
Well hit to right.
That ball fouled off.
But foul. Here's
Blue Jays
2-2.
slowly clawing back at that lead. Paul DeJong with a good play there. We are slowly clawing back at the lead that the Sox built in the first inning. And they are just lining them right at our infielders. 2 balls hit very hard and 2 balls hit right at our middle infielders. And a swing and a miss. Severino, a great quick inning for him there. And that is what we needed.
But before we do that, here's Heidi Walkney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
All right.
And a great play by Mookie Betts. Almost a great start to the inning for the Blue Jays, and Mookie took it away. Now Scooter Gennett will step in with 1 away after an insanely good diving play by Betts. A little blooper to shallow center. Jackie Bradley Jr. lays out for it, can't get there. Normally he makes those, and that'll be a 1-out single. So with 1 away in the inning, Paul DeJong will step into the batter's box for, oh no, I was not ready for the Blue Jays. I just hit that with 1 hand because I was trying to turn on a different TV so I could put the name if it is on. I wasn't even paying attention, and I was trying to.
They always say you can't be in 2 places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You
Take
make
me
a
to
quality
Madison.
pitch,
All
and the
right.
guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated
There we
spot
go.
right there. 9 out of 10 times somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately not, and now we've got a couple of guys on.
You know I hate Gary Thorne. I want the game to be on.
Into the box, Josh Donaldson in front of the changeup, and he can't keep it.
All right, now Josh Donaldson in the box.
Jeanette on second. DeYoung
Mute
is
that.
over at first with 1 away.
Donaldson in the box. Big at bat.
Hit down the third
And he hits it down the third baseline. They're going to be sending Jeanette home. He will score easily, and this game is tied. Josh Donaldson, an RBI single in the fourth. And we are knotted up at 3.
Extremely hard. Killing them softly, station to station with those knocks.
Change-up misses away, 2-1 count.
2-1.
2-1 pitch, Trout. Ripped down the line, and that'll score another run. They're sending Donaldson to third. The throw is offline. He's in standing.
That base hit right there, D-Roll. That's his third RBI of the game. More importantly, his team's now ahead.
Yeah, these are the special ones. He's had a great approach all day.
That one just placed perfectly by Mike Trout.
Almost giving his team a chance to win this one.
And now Juan Soto with a big at-bat.
Stepping in now, Juan Soto.
That one fouled
1-2
off.
now as that one's fouled off.
1-2 count. The pitch from Rodriguez is going to be hit back up the middle. They will knock it. Soto at first. Brilliant base running from Mike Trout. Saw that they were throwing it to first, and he will score from third. Eduardo Rodriguez, a terrible fourth, and he will be pulled from the game. I will show you. We are always on these settings. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's smiling. That hitter's smiling, running down first base, knowing he's got an infield single right there. He has no business.
And now a check swing from Guerrero. It's a 6-3 Blue Jays lead. The Red Sox pitching falling apart this inning.
Ball even at 2-2.
2-2 count now as Guerrero will foul that one off.
He's set, and the 2-2 pitch.
And the count runs full. Fastball way outside.
We could see the runner in motion.
Andujar on deck.
3-2 count with one out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball
The pitch
four
to
anyways.
Guerrero will be caught. Wow, okay. I thought that was over Pedroia's head. A great play there. Jumping up to rob that of a base hit. And it's 2 away now for Miguel Andujar. Runner on first. And Andujar ripped it down the first baseline this time. Soto into third easily. And it's 2 outs and runners on the corners. And that brings Randall Grichuk into the batter's box. 1-1 pitch to him. And he just got under it. That was a pitch to hit, and he wanted it. Can't come through, and the inning is over. Not before 4 runs score for the Blue Jays. And Severino now has himself his first lead of the game. Mike Trout there for out number 1.
Down for the first out, and he had to go a long way to get to that ball. So the
now 1-2 pitch to Dustin Pedroia.
The former MVP, second baseman Dustin
Pedroia.
Great job right
hasn't,
there. Scrambling.
Well, he's had to deal with a lot of injuries in the recent years and really hasn't been the Dustin Pedroia most people have known. 2-2 pitch, and he is just barely getting a piece of that slider that Severino really has working for him right now. And he watches that one go by. The count runs full.
3 balls and 2 strikes.
Severino will deliver the full count pitch. He gets Pedroia swinging 2 away.
For the second out.
I'll tell you, he's showing no signs of tiring right now.
Now J.D. Martinez in the batter's box. He doubled in his last at-bat, and he'll do the same here. I don't know. The shift is such a stupid part of baseball, and I don't know how many times I have to say that, and I don't know why we keep playing a shift, because obviously he hits the ball there. So play straight up, and you'll be able to keep that at least a single, or maybe even get him out. That was a simple ground ball. 2-2 pitch to Betts.
A lot of times you see guys in the
Severino.
get worked away, but not right
It gets by the diving Mike Trout. And Severino will have at least given up one this inning, and Betts will scroll into third easily, and that one's almost thrown away. Justin Smoke in the batter's box. He checks his swing. Maybe the last inning of work for Luis Severino, because it's a one-run game. Justin Smoke, as he always does, comes back to haunt his former club.
The runner from third. Throw won't get him.
Hey guys, I like the execution by the batter.
Oh
there.
my!
He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come unglued, but he didn't.
Jackie Bradley Jr. swings over the slider once, make it twice. Nope, he eats the ground ball. Severino has a lead through 5, and we're going to leave it there, as we will make a call to the bullpen, where Ryan Tepera and Jose Leclerc will get warmed up. And we are just going to do a small bit of simming, and we'll pick things up. Same inning, bottom of the 5th. Outs now, though, 1 on. Josh Donaldson up.
Here comes the 1-1. Check swing.
He will check his swing.
2-1.
Anything to get Trout in the box, I'm sure Donaldson will take a walk. Him and Mike Trout, I would love to have in the batter's box at all times, because they always come through. That's a base hit.
He's got 3 hits in this one.
Josh Donaldson 3 for 3.
Hey, this guy's obviously seeing the ball right now.
And now Mike Trout in the box. He's doubled twice already and has 2 RBIs already. Full count on Mike Trout. Rips it to left, hit it hard, hit it well, hit it right at Benintendi.
That ends the inning.
And that will end Severino's day. He will exit after 5 innings. He gave up 5 runs, but he is in line for the win if the bullpen can hang on. They are going to probably deal mostly with pitching for the remainder of this game. You don't really need to take care of a hit. And, I mean, I was hoping for the playoffs I would just be able to play all of the entirety of every game. Oh my god, I don't know why I didn't lock on. I was hoping we'd be able to play the entirety of every game, but I don't have time to do that, so
Next up for the Red Sox,
we will
no hits to this point. The 1-2.
We will just
line drive to left. And he will make
play the pitching from here, really.
Away now.
We'll jump into any interesting situations. We probably won't play all the pitching either.
Stepping up to the
but,
plate,
well, we will if we still only have a 1-run lead, because I don't want to rip anything. We need this win. 3-1 count now, Nick Ahmed.
3-1 now.
That's back-to-back breaking balls.
And a great putter. That one had some movement.
And so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch.
And a slider catches the corner. Inning over. Juan Soto in the box. He hits a solo home run. Why'd they put in Brandon Woodruff? No.
J.D. Martinez. 3 hits.
No.
Doubles for him thus far.
Why'd they take out Ryan Tepera? He just didn't even give up a hit. Had a great inning, and now you're going to run out the energy of the rest of our bullpen? No! Juan Soto there, 1 away. Run already came home to score this inning because they brought in Brandon Woodruff. And there's the tying run in scoring position for Mookie Betts, who... This game is bad. This game should not be changing my
long shot that gives them the lead.
They should not be changing what I did. It's my team. Stop! Don't put in Heath Hembry now.
Leading off the inning, JT Realmuto as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. The 1-1 home.
It shouldn't be changing the stuff I put in. Nope, he's safe by a mile. I'm challenging it because it's not even close. I'm not even waiting to see the
this might happen based on how close that play was. They're looking at the replay in order to make a decision on challenging the out call on the field.
Take what you got, what you can get. He's not even close. The umpire needs to grow some freaking eyeballs or just quit his job because he's absolutely crap at it. You know, I'm raging. I'm raging because we should still be winning 7-5. Instead it's 8-7 them because they're changing what I wanted.
Scooter Gennett turned on down the line.
I put Ryan Tepera in. It was going to be him going to the 8th, and then Leclerc to do the 8th, and then Hader to do the 9th, but that's not going to happen anymore.
Lifted in the air
because now we've used our entire frickin' bullpen. We used Tepera, we used Woodruff, we used Hembry. Tepera's the only one who's good. Hold it, John now.
On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles.
2 for 4.
The 1-1 home. Oh, wild pitch, but the catcher is able to knock it down. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. Takes a pitch.
That's a ball! It should be 3-1. You can see where that is. You can clearly see where that one is. You got Angel Hernandez behind the plate.
Oh, right back to him on the mound. Pedroia on to first.
We literally just got screwed in game 1 by the computer because they're changing everything. They're gonna take him out now too. Don't put him.
Steve Cishek is on to pitch out of the
just end the
bullpen
series
in the bottom
right now.
half of the 8th.
It's done. Blue Jays over because
Digging in, Josh Donaldson.
the fun part is it's my team and I get to do what I want with it. If they're gonna just do whatever they want with my team,
all they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra.
they might as well just trade away the whole team. Like, I mean, if you're gonna make it so we lose, then what's the point of having good players? What I'd like to know, what's the point of having good players if the computer's going to make you lose?
Fouled off.
That fastball must have
I'm tempted just to give myself back. I'm tempted to make it 10-8, which it should be. Well, it should be 7-5, but
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out.
They shouldn't have scored.
Now at the plate, Mike Trout. The numbers head-to-head with Steve Cishek. He's totaled 4 hits in 16 tries. He's taken him deep once. No contact there, and it's 1-2.
That is such a tough pitch to lay off right there, but you have to find a way. There's nothing you're going to do with that low sinker except foul it into your shin or hit a ground ball to the left side.
Bullet back up the middle. Bradley is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Long shot over to the plate now. He went deep earlier, and he's 2 for 4 to this point. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Skied into straightaway right. Betts has a read on it.
We should be winning.
That ends the inning.
Why would I want to take out the pitcher I just put in and he sent them down 1-2-3? Explain. Why in the world would I want to take him out? We have 1 pitcher left in our bullpen.
6 foot even will take over the pitching.
Because they switch it out. I don't care if it's playoff baseball. I'm not taking every single pitcher out after 1 inning.
Now the Red Sox DH, J.D. Martinez, lifetime against this pitcher.
Nobody does that. That's just stupid. I don't understand why it would do that. And now we don't have a bullpen. We're losing. And there's honestly no point in even playing.
swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. In now, Justin Smoke. And he takes a called strike 2.
We'd be winning because I can pitch with Brian Tepera and I can pitch with Jose Leclerc.
And he turns on one, sending it high and deep.
They score here, then okay, yeah, that's a legit run. We'd still be winning by 1.
So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away. Now that had to feel good because it was one of those that you don't even feel the ball hit your bat. Show track tells us he blasted it out there at 115 miles an hour. So yeah, he squared it up about as good as you can. 2-1 the count. 2-1, here it is. 2-2 now.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. 2-2 pitch is fouled away.
Okay. Jackie, I'm gonna just throw the fastball at you if you
looking to keep
fouling
this a
the
1-run
freaking
game.
ball.
The pitch struck him out, so it remains a 1-run.
Bring in Pedro Strop.
Pedro Strop enters the game to finish this one off here in the bottom of the ninth.
Number 46.
Okay.
Leading off the inning, Vladimir Guerrero, and they'll need him to get something going here. The 2-1.
The game should be over. We should have already won by 2.
The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Here's Miguel Andujar now. He was a double play victim last time around.
He doesn't have to worry about that in this situation, Matty. No one on base right now. Try and get something up so you can drive the baseball.
Medfield's it cleanly. Throw on to first, and now the Jays are
Glad
down
it's
to
not
their
the wild
final
card
out.
game, or else I would actually switch it. So we didn't get screwed over, which we have. I'm gonna let it go, but if this ends up if we end up losing the series, then I'm gonna be mad.
Drives it out to deep right center field. Betts has a read on it, makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Hey, it's
Game 2.